Man, I'm reading Trey's really has a low completion percentage, and I'm seeing these camp stats, and it seems like there's a lot of hemming and hawing that he doesn't look good, and he hasn't looked good. And I know he's had his moments. Give me your evaluation of what you've seen. We've seen 7 practices thus far. How much credence do you put into camp stats? How would you evaluate or grade out Trey to this point?
I actually think he's doing really well. Call me crazy. I understand the numbers aren't good, but this is a really good defense he's going against. I mean, you remember what Aaron Rodgers looked like against this defense 6 months ago and what Dak Prescott looked like against this defense. I think what we're seeing is an offense that's getting dominated. I mean, it's getting punked to the point that Brandon Ayuk had to stand up for it and start a fight with Fred Warner. And Brandon Ayuk is not getting punked. He's competing every day. He's one of the MVPs of this team. He's the offensive MVP. But other than him, there's very little fight in this offense. I mean, he's the only wide receiver getting open. Debo's just coming back. Kittle's still good. The two of them is pretty much them against the world. And so what we're seeing is a young quarterback who, when he reaches the top of his drop, has very few options. Usually no one's open yet. And so he has to buy time or throw the ball down the field. He's throwing low percentage passes, a lot of long throws, and you've been there. The placement's been good. It's just that sometimes at the catch point, his guys make the catch. Sometimes Mosley or Ward breaks it up. But to me, the placement has been much better than the 50% completion percentage would indicate.
What do you make of his kind of, he's got kind of a little bit of a, I don't want to say it's a hitch, but he's got a little bit of an elongated kind of release, like almost like a hitter has a start mechanism to his swing. He almost has like a start mechanism to his throw. Are you concerned at all? Do you think we're going to see, Hexilio was comparing him to Gio Carmazzi this morning. I couldn't believe that. And I'm thinking to myself, I haven't seen Cilio at practice anytime soon. But what do you make? Do you have any concerns at all, Grant, about the release and that it has a little bit of a starting mechanism to it?
No, I don't. I think he's never going to be a guy that you would like. If you're teaching mechanics, you're not going to show Trey Lance ever.
Right.
You might show Jimmy. You might show Tom Brady. But with his skill set, you're not looking for perfection. You're looking for accurate enough, good enough, like Donovan McNabb. I remember Bill Walsh used to complain to my dad all the time about McNabb, about how his throw wasn't repeatable and it looked different every time. Yeah, okay. But he's not a pocket quarterback. He's the full package, and he was definitely accurate enough to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league and win a lot of games for a long time. And I think that's sort of what you're sort of hoping for from Trey Lance, is to be that kind of a quarterback. I mean, yes, with those kind of mechanics, you'd think accuracy would be an issue. But from what we're seeing in camp so far, his downfield accuracy is good. He just needs some wide receiver. He just needs Debo back, frankly. He's completed 2 passes to Debo in camp. Last year, Jimmy had Debo the entire time. It makes a difference. He's really good.
Sure.